What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word tolerance? Well, for me, I'm thinking about world peace. But I'm pretty sure that many of you will think about religion, since it is one of the biggest problems that we face in the world today. Recently, there was a suicide bombing in our country. There were also some mass shootings targeted to specific religions that happened in France as well as in the US. Although no religion orders their followers to be violent, many people who consider themselves to be faithful choose to be violent by hurting other people who have different faiths and different religions. So, what does this condition tell us? Well, this condition tells us that there is something wrong with the system. There is something wrong with us humans, that we cannot accept the fact that there are no two similar people in the world. We expect others to be just like us, with the same mindset, act, and even looks. So, yesterday, because I wanted to clear my mind, I decided to watch a movie called Wolf Walkers. It's an animated movie, and it tells the story of a young girl who lived in the 16th century. She lived in a kingdom near a forest, and in that forest, there are a pack of wolves that people consider very dangerous. So everyone competed to hunt and kill as many wolves as possible, including this little girl whose name was Robin. One day, Robin followed her father into the forest, but unfortunately, she got into a trap. So, the thing that happened next was she was saved by a wolf. A wolf that Robin really hated turns out to be the one who saved her from the trap. Now, after that, she befriended the wolves and she learned their way of living. She learned that the wolves are not what people think. They're just the protectors of nature, and it is actually humans who destroy the forest, who destroy their homes, not the opposite. And as expected, Robin then tells everyone in her kingdom that the wolves are just trying to survive, and then that they should not kill them at all. Well, to me, it's such a beautiful story, and I think that you should all watch it too. And I also realized one thing from this movie. It's that tolerance, it's not all about religion. It's not all about races or skin colors or genders. Tolerance can start from the smallest things, such as understanding other creatures, respecting nature, or even helping our closest friends. Well, when we talk about tolerance, we cannot forget empathy or compassion, which means the ability to put yourself in someone's shoes. In order to be a tolerant person, we need to have empathy on the first place. At the beginning, it might be hard because we're not used to think like someone else. We're not used to follow someone's way of thinking. And in most cases, it's more complicated than that. For example, our friend is feeling blue, and we try to do every way that we can to help them. But it turns out that he or she doesn't want our help, so we end up only making everything worse. Well, this example shows to us that being compassionate is something that we need to learn from the very basic, and it also needs some effort to make it work. However, as the era becomes more modern and the spread of information becomes more rapid, the difference between compassion and selfishness becomes almost invisible. There is none to little difference between when you're being empathetic to when you're being selfish, because the barrier that separates them is gone. So, how does this happen? Today, it's very easy to gain information. Just type something on Google and millions of search results will appear. Just post something on social media and many people will reply to it. And because of this easiness, everyone is demanded to be open-minded. Otherwise, society will bully or even cancel you with their harsh words. You need to follow the mainstream, otherwise, no one will save you. Now, when there's a trending topic on Twitter, everyone will start to give out their opinions because they want to be seen as the most intelligent people in the room. They want to be seen as the most open-minded people in the world. For example, when the murder of George Floyd happened, people start to flood social media. But instead of talking about the main problem, which is the discrimination towards Black community, many of them talk about all lives matter. Well, let me tell you that it is just an example of selfishness. When something bad happened to a certain group of people, we do not have the right to judge them. First, because we do not know how it feels like to experience hatred or discrimination. And second, it's because if we speak, it's like we invalidate their struggle. It's like we invalidate their experience. Because as far as the eye can see, we are privileged people. We're not a minority, and we do not have any physical features that could cause us discrimination. That's why we do not know how it feels like to be a minority in a big country such as America. When something bad happens to them, they are the one who have the right to be angry. They are the one who have the right to voice out their emotions to the world. If we say all lives matter instead, it's like their struggle to be free from discrimination means nothing. So, the conversation in the society will change from Black Lives Matter to whatever it is that is trending at the moment. But, if we still want to help, the first thing that we can do is just listen. Listen to the news, read their thoughts or opinions, and the most important thing is to understand the core of the problem. If we still want to help further, the next thing that we can do is to retweet or repost any help resources available. The best thing that we can do is to urge people that the condition needs to change without saying words that is invalidating their struggle and their experience. Well, it's kind of complicated, right? However, I believe that each one of us is capable of making change. That each one of us is able to change the way we look at others and to remove all prejudice that we have inside ourselves. Why? Because we're all humans. And as humans, we have hearts, we have minds, and we have soul. We have hearts so that we can feel every emotions that ever exists in the universe, including feeling the struggle of these people. We also have brains to guide us to decide whether something is right or wrong. So as long as we use our hearts as well as our minds, we're able to be compassionate individuals. And as I said before, we do not have to start by doing great things. We can start by doing small acts of kindness, such as helping animals or listening to a friend. Well, I'm pretty sure those things are not so hard to do, right? Otherwise, the heart that we have and the brain that is given to us will mean nothing. And now I'm going to say it again, that the change in the world starts with us. The world depends on us. So we might as well use this opportunity to become the best version of ourselves. I'm Indah, and thank you.